Hey gang, welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa, and this is my workshop. I'm just about done with the Cuda, and I'll show you what I've got so far. I've got the, well, you saw me put the wheels on in the last video, door handles and the mirror. Mirror has to be touched up a little bit, but that's okay. I have a marker. Okay, and this marker is very close to the color, so I was lucky in that regard to have a marker that just about matches this green color, so I can touch up those little spots on the mirrors and so forth. You know, a lot of times when you get to this point, you have the little things left over on the car, things like, you know, the windshield wipers, you know, the door handles, the rear spoiler, and you know, you kind of get into the home stretch and you want to get this all finished up, and those things can actually be kind of a pain in the neck to get done properly without getting glue marks and so forth. Windshield wipers in particular have always given me a hard time, so I'm just, like I said, just about done with this. I have a couple of decals that I have soaking in the water right now. And I'm going to take those out. In fact, I'm going to take out this one right here with my tweezers. Get over here. Got them. Okay. And hang on. Place him right there. Okay. And I got him in one shot. You believe that? Okay. All right. Good. Got that in one shot. That doesn't always go that quick and easy. I know that there's a lot of things out there for decals. You know, Mark Fit is one, and you know, I don't really use much in the way of decal solution. I mostly just go with water, and I let it soak in the water for a good long while. And most of the time, I will take a Q-tip or cotton swab, and I will just simply wet the area where the decal is going to go. Okay, in this case, this is going to go right on that rear area. This is the trying to do this with one hand because I'm trying to hold this up to the camera and show you. And it's not that easy to do with one hand. Can I do this one-handed? I don't know. No, I can't do it one-handed. Okay, I'm going to have to set it down. All right, back to our Q-tip. There we go. Goes a lot quicker when you have two hands. Okay. There we go. Okay, and we've got our decal all in place. Okay, so as I said, we're just about getting there. Okay, looking good. The few other little things I want to do on this car at this point, well, I have some decals here that I'm going to put right down the side here, and I also want to kind of rough up this engine a little bit and the undercarriage area. I like to put a little bit of rust marks and so forth so it doesn't look so toyish, so that's something I'm going to do. So I'm not completely done yet, but most of the way there. All right. Let me set this over here. And I know that also that there's a lot of products out there for cutting the decal, special decal scissors and so forth. I just use my X-Acto knife, and I just make a straight line, watch where I'm going. I don't rush it. Okay, and I come right down, and that's that half of that decal. Okay. And I'll just pick up where I left off and come and get the front part of this decal. I think this is going to go up in the front, I think. Well, this is either going to be the front or the back. Let's put it that way. We'll find out in a minute. And, yeah, that's just me. I just use my X-Acto knife. Now, if you have the special scissors for decals and you like it, by all means, keep using it. The one thing that's important to remember is this is just the way I do things. It's just my opinion. It's not the one and only way to do things. Certainly not. And like I said, it's just my opinion. Just simply my way of doing things. And if you talk to 10 other people, you'll probably get 10 different ways of doing the same thing. Okay. All right, we're just about there in terms of removing this decal. Okay. And actually, I am probably, not probably, I am. I'm not going to be able to use this little dish of water. Okay, I'm going to have to find something a little bit bigger. So I will need to pause this and find something a little bit larger for this decal. Okay, coming. There we go. Okay. There we go. You know, when you come to the end of a build, you tend to get excited about getting it finished. At least I do. And you start to rush things. And like I said, sometimes little things, when you start rushing them, like the door handles or the windshield wipers and so forth, and you think it's just a little thing to slap on there real fast. But if you do that, you have to remember, you're putting these things onto that nice finished paint job that you have. And, you don't want to rush it. Now, I'll tell you something else, too. And this is kind of important, actually. Where you have something like these doorknobs, or door handles, rather. This is a chrome piece, and it's going onto a painted surface. And, if you try to use your glue, your regular, in this case, my Revel cement, okay, if you try to use that in a situation like this, just putting the chrome piece onto the finished paint, a lot of times you're going to have difficulty, and it may not even stick. And if it does stick, it may come off. So what I do in that particular instance is I'll switch over to the super glue. And before I do that, before I put the piece in, I will scrape away the chrome on the side that's going to be glued, and inside this recessed area that's going to take the door handle, I will also scrape the paint away. And I know you have a real nice paint job, okay, and it kills you to come in there and scrape that paint away, but it's not going to be seen because the door handle is going to go over it, all right? Same thing with like this front bumper or rear bumper, for example. All right, you need to scrape away the paint and the chrome, so you're going to be gluing bare plastic to bare plastic. And that, along with the super glue, it should work out. So, all right, let me find something a little bit larger and to put these decals into. So I'll be right back in just a minute, okay? Okay, so I went upstairs. My workshop is down in the basement. I went upstairs into the kitchen, and I stole one of my wife's big Tupperware bowls to put my decals in. So that's going to be our secret, okay? I'm going to trust you not to say anything. Don't tell my wife I took it, all right? So in goes those decals. And we're just going to let that sit for a minute. And I'm just flipping up to the last page of this build, which is always kind of a milestone when you get to the last page. And yeah, this looks like it goes right up in the front. Okay, now I'll tell you, I've seen a number of Facebook posts and so forth where a lot of people have some difficulty with putting the decals on. And as I said, I just use water. I don't use the micro set or micro sol. And I'm going to just simply put this is just water, okay? That's all that is. And I'm doing this live and in real time because if you have tuned in before, you know that I'm brand new to video production, and we've had a number of our boo-boos and so forth. So let's hope this isn't going to result in another boo-boo alert. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't edit any of these. It's all done in real time because I don't know how to edit yet. So let's see if I can get this put on here. Okay. And this is not easy. I'm trying to do it with one hand. Well, now I'm using two hands, but let me see. This should go right up above that parking light right about there. Okay, and that kind of doesn't look too bad now. Because I put the water on there, I've got a little bit of wiggle room with this. Okay. And actually, this, yeah, there you go. That goes above. That goes right above that door handle. Now, I know you can't see this when I set it down like that, but I just have to set this here for a second in order to smooth that out. Okay, can you see that okay? And that looks like it came out pretty good, okay? So let's jump over to the other side and let's see if we can get this side on as well, okay? And here we go. We said this goes right above. I'm real sorry. I know you can't see this, but I have to lay this on the four wheels in order to get that out. Okay. And that went on pretty well also. Okay. Sorry for the silence. I'm just kind of concentrating on doing this because if you've done decals before, you know that this is a little bit of a tedious process. But there you go. So I got one and I got two. We got that on pretty good. Again, just water. That's just my way of doing it. All right, so we have the rear decals that are going to go on, okay, right there. That'll round out that entire side. So we're going to just let that sit in water again for a minute or so. Okay, throw in the other one too. So now I got 2 decals in there. And, you know, I want to thank you for hanging in there with me on this build, because the production on camera was a little bit tedious at times, a lot of the time. But as I said, I'm learning, I'm getting there, and eventually we'll have this down to a science. Not there yet. Okay, let's see if I can do this on camera for you. Okay, what? I lost the whole damn thing. All right, hold on. This is getting very close to a boo-boo alert. Very, very close to a boo-boo alert. Okay, come on, come on. I'll push that back there like that. We got to mesh this rear one with the front one and around that door handle. And gosh, I think we did okay with that. All right. Can you see that okay? All right, that kind of went on okay. All right. Let's do the other side. And you want to know something? I forgot to take my Q-tip and rub water on the back. So I did that without really any water on the surface. Okay, so now this, let's see here. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, let me just check the other side, because you know what? Yeah, this has to come up. There we go. I had this side perfect, and I had to go back and play with it. And you know what? That's part of doing this. It's knowing when to get away from it and leave good enough alone. And I had to go back and mess with it. But you know what? It needed to be messed with. You know why? This part right here, it was down here, so it had to be adjusted. All right, so let's see if I can bring that right back there. And I think, yeah, it's just about there. I just got that one little bubble there. I'm sorry, I got to put this down in order to do this. Okay. All right, I think that's not bad. Okay. I think that's okay. Let's check the other side. Okay. Yep. Not too shabby. So I just wanted to do the decals with you, because I've done so much of this build off camera. I mean, you can't do an entire build start to finish on camera, but you know, there are segments of it that you can do and keep you in the loop. But because of the difficulties I had with the video and so forth, you missed a lot of it. I think we're getting the video down a little bit better now. But yeah, so what I want to do to finish this up is I want to weather the bottom here. Do some rust and weathering inside the engine. Not a whole lot, and that's kind of the trick to doing rust and weathering is you get in there sometimes, and it starts to feel pretty good, and you start going overboard. So the trick to that is to do it, but do it in moderation. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go get that little weathering kit I've got over on the paint bench. And I'm going to do that over here. Normally I would do this over there, but I have the camera all set up here, so I'm just going to leave this camera set up the way it is and go and get that weathering kit, and I'm going to do that right here, okay? So hang on. We're going to pause again, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I'm going to use to put some rust on here, all right? And if there's any ladies out there, this is very similar to what you would put on, how you would put on eyeshadow, I guess. So I'm just going to take this pad. No, I did not steal this from my wife. It came with the kit. And, it's just simply, putting on some where you think some rust might be. All right. And again, you don't want to overdo it. All right. But to me, this takes away that toyish look. Okay, when you just get a little bit of rust in there. Okay, and we'll just kind of dry brush that in. All right, so it's kind of subtle. All right, down here. All right, and you're going to have some oil stains, burn stains. A lot of times underneath the exhaust system, it gets hot, and you get that blackening effect. Okay, so you want to get some of that in there. All right. See, right, to me, all right, just my opinion, this looks a little more realistic to me than that straight-on silver or chrome effect, trying to grime it up a little bit. I don't think this is going to show up on the black on black. It's not going to work. No, it's not going to show up. This might show up. Let's try that. Yeah, gives it like a little bit of a sheen here and there. Okay. And you can pick up something like this at almost any hobby store. Certainly you can get it online. Now, I have other weathering materials over at the paint bench, but I'm just being, simple with this. Okay. And I think that looks, pretty good, actually. I'm going to leave it at that. So let's flip this over to the engine. All right. And I don't want to go crazy with this now, but just to take away some, you see how shiny or bright that is? I don't know. To me, something like that shouldn't be real shiny in the engine compartment. Okay. Get down here and try to knock down some of that shine and so forth. Okay. And, some of you might like having things all nice and shiny, and that's okay, because the bottom line here is, oops, I lost that decal. Let me see if I can grab that decal. Forgot about that decal. Okay. I'll have to put a little dab of water on that in a little bit. But anyway, can you see how this is all kind of a little bit dirty and grimy? I mean, to me, that's the way an engine compartment should be. But what I started to say is, if you prefer to keep it all nice and shiny and new. I don't know, maybe in your mind, your car is a showroom model or something that's restored and is on display and it's all fixed up and, you know, looking real good. All right. And that's your decision, because the bottom line is it's your build, it's your model, and you should make it any way that you want it to be. Now, I'm going to tell you 99% of the people on these Facebook groups and whatnot are very nice people who will help you out and give you encouragement and so forth. You got that 0.1% who are sometimes referred to as rivet counters. And what a rivet counter is somebody who will look at your build and scrutinize it to the point where, you know, they're counting rivets. In other words, they're looking for something to complain about, anything to complain about. And 99.9% of the people, as I said, are very good. They're not like that. But you do have that very, very small minority of folks that will complain and say, well, you're not supposed to do it that way, or that's not the right way to do it. There's no right or wrong way, okay? It's your car. It's your model. Do it your way. Do what makes you happy. And if you want to take a decal like this and wrap it around the roof, if that's what you want to do and that makes you happy, then it's right, because it's your model. So anyway, I'll tell you, I think we're going to call this one finished. Okay. And, you know, it's not perfect. You know, again, see right there, I've got to go into a certain few spots with that green pen or green marker that I showed you. Here it is. Okay. This green marker, as I said, this marker just about matches this paint color. So little areas like that, see? Okay. Can you see that? All right, little areas like that I have to touch up with the green marker and so forth. But, you know, aside from, you know, little touch-ups here and there, I think we're going to call this done. Okay, and yeah, I like it better with that little bit of weathering on the bottom there. And, you know, and if you'll remember, a couple of videos back, we lost the pegs or pins rather for inserting the wheels in here, and I had to use a toothpick. I cut the toothpicks, colored it black, and inserted it into the wheels, and you know, son of a gun if it didn't work. I mean, it's sitting perfect. So sometimes you have to innovate. And, you know, things will sometimes work out. Sometimes they don't, but that's how we learn. Okay, so the next one up on the bench, hang on one second. Okay, the next one up on the bench is going to be this Mustang. I don't know if that's coming in frame or not. Is that coming in frame? Let me see. Yeah, okay, I think we've got that in frame. So yeah, the 66 Mustang is going to be the next build on the bench. And that's going to be for my friend Linda down in South Carolina. She had a car just like this back, you know, this is going back to the late 70s, a long, long time ago. Her car was red, and I think yeah, there you go. Okay, that pretty much was her car, this red one here. So we're not going to be doing it in the blue. We're going to be doing it in the red. And even if I wasn't giving this to Linda, if I was building this on my own, I wouldn't use this color. Just don't particularly care for that color. I have this just arrived yesterday, I think. Very similar color. And this isn't going to be for anybody, not that I know of anyway. But yeah, whatever color this one ends up being, it's not going to be that color. So so yeah, this one's going to be next on the bench. I think we're working out some of the video issues. So I'm going to try to do this really kind of start to finish. Again, we can't do everything on camera, but I'll give you a pretty good overview from start to finish on this kit. Okay, so, and while I'm showing you what just came in, yeah, this one just came in, and I've got a couple of others. This one came in yesterday. All right, this is a Revel kit, and we have an AMT Fairlane that just came in, and I've been staring at this kit for a while. So I was at the hobby store yesterday, and I said, damn, I'm just going to get this kit. So those are the ones that just came in. And oh, wait a minute, you know what? Hang on. I just looked over here to my right, and I remembered that this one came in too. Okay, this one just came in. All right, and this is pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever built a big rig before. These look like they're daunting and they're going to be difficult. Well, obviously I haven't gotten into this kit yet, but in a general sense, these are really not too complicated. In fact, I found building these big rigs to be really rather enjoyable. So those are the new arrivals. So thank you again for coming back and tuning in. Leave me a comment, and I have a Facebook page, Papa's Model Workshop on Facebook. You can send me an email at papasmodelworkshop@gmail.com. If you could give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, that would be great. Just let me know that you're watching. Okay, so again, thanks a lot for checking in, and I'll see you on the next video when we begin the Mustang. Okay, thanks, gang.